Another day in America, another shooting. This one from Lynnwood, California, happened a little while ago, and it involves Nicholas Robertson. He's 28 years old, according to the authorities. He did have a weapon on him, a .45 caliber handgun that was loaded. You're not going to be able to see that in the video we're going to show you, but that is what they say. And they say that witnesses saw the suspect point a gun at deputies before the shooting. Now, again, you're not going to see any of that in the short tape that we have. That's about 30 seconds. This, as usual, was taken on a cell phone from a witness nearby. So if, in fact, he was armed, obviously that is a mitigating circumstance. And if he had pointed it at cops, hugely mitigating circumstance. We all understand that. Nonetheless, the tape does not look good. So, again, here you're going to see someone die, so I'm giving you a warning. But this is what's happening in America far too often, so we can't avert our gaze. So let's take a look.
Hell no. Holy hell. ¿Por qué tanto?
Con beanbag.
So that happened this Saturday. Now, look, the tape isn't the clearest thing in the world. You got to reserve judgment. I wish we had a clean justice system which we can trust, where you'd go, okay, look, they're going to look at it. They're going to look at it from every angle. Maybe they've got other tape on it. They're going to listen to all the witnesses that were nearby, and we'll get justice one way or another. Now, we don't really live in that system, so it's hard to trust the authorities. And if you really had a loaded gun, everybody gets that. At the same time, you saw it with your own eyes, as we did. They shot him from the back. Is it too much to ask not to shoot people in the back? And then as he was lying on the ground and crawling away, they kept shooting and shooting and shooting. Now, I'm sure the cop's justification is going to be, the guy's got a loaded gun. I'm not going to wait for him to turn around and shoot back at me. I already shot him. I got to finish him. And by the way, they're taught that, and that's, I think, probably part of the problem in our training. In the U.S., the cops are shoot to kill. In Europe, it doesn't have to be that way. In Europe, they're shoot to disable. So if you can shoot their legs out, shoot their legs out. Do not continue to shoot if they're writhing around on the ground. They are taught not to kill. It's a completely different training. Now, if you don't kill, you are taking a little bit more of a chance. On the other hand, if you kill, that's a human being you just executed. So here in America, though, executing people in the streets, we haven't put a lot of emphasis on it. Let's just put it that way. Now here, this is not one of the more outrageous cases, because there's so many shootings just like this where the person is unarmed or has a small blade or is not listening to directions in exactly the way that people want or had their arms up. There was a guy who was naked and unarmed. They shot him anyway. There was a 12-year-old with a toy gun, shot him in 2 seconds. There was Laquan McDonald in Chicago, shot him in 6 seconds. So even though to most people, especially if you don't live in America, that tape is outrageous, it is not among the most outrageous things cops have done recently. So now you have all the facts that we have, and then, you could do with that what you please. And I hope that the justice system brings us real justice either way, whatever that might be.